At the start of this half, my first goal is to get the two cryogunners close together. To do this, I swing around to the side and try to push one cryogunner into the other. It may be tempting to go straight for the Mirror Maiden here, since she's the only ranged enemy and also has the most health. But I found that this usually puts you in a position where you're taking constant cryo damage from both sides, so I don't recommend this approach. I'm using an overloaded Yanfei team because it has great AoE damage and it's really easy to knock back enemies with this team. I'm also gradually shifting my position so I can focus the Mirror Maiden while the cryogunners are closer together now. When you see ripples at your feet like this, it means the Mirror Maiden is about to trap you in a cage. As soon as I see this, I dash to the side to avoid getting trapped. If you aren't able to dodge it in time, you can break out of it with Fischl's Burst or Rosario Sara's skills. When the cryogunners start putting up their shields, I run very far away from them. This is for a number of reasons. When their shield is up, you can't interrupt their ice gun attack, so it's safer to keep your distance to avoid getting permanently frozen. The second reason is to pull the Mirror Maiden closer to us. You might already know that the Mirror Maiden likes to teleport away from you, but if you're far enough away from her, she'll actually teleport towards you. I try to take advantage of this behavior to get her to teleport near the cryogunners while I break their shields from far away. The last reason is to stay outside of the Mirror Maiden's Hydro Aura, whose range is indicated by the large blue circle around her. This is an aura that pulses every 15 seconds and applies a debuff that doubles your character's cooldowns. One way to deal with it is to stand inside Bennett's Burst when the debuff hits you. Bennett's Burst will periodically apply Pyro to the on-field character, which will react with the Hydro debuff and cleanse it off of you. Unfortunately, I need Bennett more on the other half, so I'm taking the approach of simply staying out of range. When the Mirror Maiden's teleport comes through, I get ready to fight. All three enemies are close together now, and the cryogunner shields have just been broken, so they won't be shielding up again for a while. This is kind of the ideal position you're looking for to dish out your full combo. I focus on the Mirror Maiden and let the AoE damage take care of the cryogunners. I've also been afflicted by the Hydro debuff now, but from this position I'm confident that I can finish them off, so I commit to my full rotation. On the second half, I'm using a standard national team because it's my strongest single target damage comp. The Rune Serpent has relatively short windows where it can take damage, so it's important to set up your buffs early like I'm doing here. Characters who can deal high bursts of damage in a short window are ideal for this fight, such as Hu Tao or Raiden. When the Rune Serpent kind of winds up backwards and then dives forward like this, dodge to the right side of its tail to avoid being hit. When it re-emerges, it'll slam the ground with its tail, so I get ready to dash to avoid that damage and then continue attacking. At this point my cooldowns are back up, but I'm waiting to see what its next move is before committing my next rotation. When the boss straightens out like this, it'll sweep the area in front of it in roughly a 90-degree angle. Simply move behind it and attack it from the other side when you see this. For its third attack, the boss will always emerge on the right side of the arena and then use its charge up attack. It'll stand still for a few seconds before burrowing and starting the actual attack, so you have some time to deal more damage here. When it starts charging up, the first 4 segments of its body will start glowing like this. If you can hit and disable all 4 of these segments, the boss will become stunned for about 10 seconds. The boss moves pretty quickly while this is happening, so it can be hard to pull this off consistently. In general, characters who can hit a wide area multiple times quickly are good at hitting those cores. Kaching's burst and Ayato's skill are a couple examples that are really consistent at hitting all 4 cores. One move that I didn't get a chance to go over in this fight is the quicksand attack. You have a couple chances to attack it when it jumps out of the ground a few times, but it's pretty hard to hit it. Abilities that can auto-target enemies like Yaya's skill or Official's Oz work a little better here, but even with those you won't be dealing too much damage. I wish I had better advice to give about this one, but this is just a really tough move to deal with, unfortunately. Sorry that this was a lot longer compared to my other guides, there were just a lot of mechanics to cover this time around. But in any case, the builds are in the video description, and as always, thank you so much for watching.